Greetings, everyone. This is Rock and Roll Spot coming at you with the comic book roundup. We've made it through pretty much most of this week's Marvel books. Time to wrap things up with, well, the rest. Kicking things off, we've got Daredevil, number 11. So, Daredevil has been dealing with the return of Wilson Fisk to New York's organized crime scene, as well as the fact that the fallout from gang war. He's also been having to deal with the fact that various people in his life have been possessed by demons representing the seven deadly sins. She-Hulk, Elektra, uh, Ben Urich, among others. And he is currently masquerading as a priest in a home for wayward children. I say masquerading because it's just the easier way to do it. And Bullseye is also recruiting for the Kingpin. Where we left off, Daredevil and Elektra made a full frontal assault on where Bullseye was hiding, and they walked into a trap. Daredevil having fallen down an elevator shaft, but Elektra comes to his rescue. Meanwhile, one of the kids at the at St. Nicholas's has disappeared. Also, this kid apparently discovered that Father Matt was Daredevil. So, Elektra has applied a Asgardian poultice to Matt, and he's healing. But Daredevil and Elektra are talk some things through, and then get dressed to go back out on patrol. In Times Square, the missing child from from St. Nicholas's is playing air hockey with other kid, and apparently he has a knife. He says he's going to kill King. He's going to kill Daredevil. Bullseye shows up and says he thinks that he likes the little kid. But Daredevil and Elektra returned to the location they were at previously, but it's cleared out. There's also a map. Daredevil initially thinks that Kingpin's going to attack St. Nick's, but apparently Kingpin's going to go after his son Butch's place. But Bullseye has the kid captured and is basically messing with him. Compliments the kid's knife, though. He's about to, and the kid's about to tell Bullseye that Father Matt is Daredevil. Daredevil and Elektra arrive at Butch's to save him from Kingpin. Strange elemental energy ghost creature. Uh, Comes after Bullseye, allowing the kid to escape. But Daredevil realizes that Kingpin is possessed by greed. As the two of them fight, it seems that Kingpin has accepted his possession by the demon of greed. And that is where the issue ends. Interesting. And yeah, it's been basically as I mentioned, the demons seem to be taking on the form of the seven deadly sins. So, yeah. She-Hulk was gluttony, and I can't remember. I think Elektra took on the form of lust, but I could be mistaken. Moving on, though, to our next book, we've got Giant-Sized Silver Surfer. So, Terrax arrives on a world and opts to take the inhabitants as prisoners to dry out the Silver Surfer. He's got a whole ass plan. Surfer shows up and basically says, go ahead, do it. But apparently he's got aid from Moondragon, and the hostages are already free. While Surfer was seemingly talking with Terrax. But Surfer and Terrax duke it out. Basically debating their differing approaches to things, and yet while Terrax is also a little bit jealous that despite everything, Surfer is still Galactus' favored amongst his heralds. Also, as with the other, the previous giant sizes, there's a reprinted classic issue. This time being, I believe, Silver Surfer number 80. This is apparently just before Surfer encounters Tyrant. It also includes Morg, Terrax facing Morg after Terrax stole Morg's axe. But I'll say this. As much as I love Brian Hitch's artwork, and I've loved the fact that he's done all these the covers to the giant size one shots this year, it kind of irks me that Terrax looks a bit more like much more like a certain DC cosmic entity. just pointing out. Moving on though to our next book, we've got Annihilation 2099, number 2. This time we've got Quasar 2099 versus Star-Lord 2099. So there's a the planet of Orchestra 1 is destroyed by its sun. Then Orchestra 2. Then Orchestra 3 is not destroyed. But Star-Lord shows up with a Wakandan hammer and a Wakandan ship. But they watch as Orchestra 2 is destroyed by Quasar, apparently. The living sun, the stellar tyrant. And Star-Lord detecting a piece of technology within Quasar that is seemingly making the sun sentient. But Star-Lord and Quasar talk these out a bit, but of course it comes to blows, and that bit of tech is yanked out, which reverts Quasar to simply a star. But and so Orchestra 3 is part of the Star Watch. We also have above the planet Midas, a Dracula has been attacked with his new crew, and well, their attackers are likely to be met with death as only Dracula can deliver. That is the end. That is where the issue ends. The next issue. Red Hulk versus Terrax. Moving on, though, to our next book. And this is like the last book for the week. We've got Get Fury, number 3. Part of Marvel's Max line. So this Get Fury takes place in the during the Vietnam War. Its plot is, in some way, there were moments in the first couple of issues that harken back to Apocalypse Now, but Nick Fury has discovered CIA-backed narcotics operations, and he's been captured in Hanoi. CIA wants him eliminated. Gets Frank Castle to do it. Though they've discovered that it's a decent possibility that Castle might be in league with Fury. So, the issue opens with Fury arriving at the Hanoi Hilton, while Frank Castle watches from across the street. He also notes a couple of women watching as well. Castle's the Castle's recruiters for the operation are discussing the fact that perhaps Castle's actually in league with Fury, and trying to figure out what to do. Their solution is to basically make the exfil site a kill box. But Castle starts killing his way through Hanoi. Then Fury beats the chief interrogator at the Hanoi Hilton, and Frank Castle meets the two women who were watching as Fury was brought in to the Hanoi Hilton. It's Fury's former lover and their daughter, and that is where the issue ends. This has been an interesting book. Like I said, it's part of Marvel's Mature Readers Max line, much like Punisher Soviet from 2020. But anyways, that's to do it for this week. As always, feel free to like, share, and subscribe. Links to my Facebook, Twitter, Blue Sky, Instagram, Mastodon, Patreon, and PayPal can be found in the description box down below. This is Rock and Roll Spock signing off, saying, live long and rock hard.